truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right, ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? Top of the morning, time to get to it. So today, we're kind of going to reflect on 2026, right? We're going to reflect, what did we learn from women like Chrisean Rock, Ayesha Curry, and so many more, right? Proving that they are blessings and they're a curse. And I guess the blessing part is, you get your girl, right? You get to have kids. You have a relationship type, the woman that you want, all these things. I mean, she look good. Everything seems to be, going pretty good until, a certain time. So the blessed part is you get the girl you want, right? You get to have sex with her. It's unlimited, and you feel good. And you feel good about that. Well, the curse part comes in is, after time passes, you guys start having a lot of problems, right? And a lot of the problems are, able to communicate effectively. Being a team, all these things become problematic, stressful. And we do have to learn that though a woman like Chrisean Rock was very beautiful, Ayesha Curry very beautiful at one point, but they gave you and had babies and stuff, but they showed to be, the curse of them is to be uncooperative. Ayesha Curry complaining about, what the things she don't have instead of being appreciative of the things she has. Chrisean Rock, Blueface pulled her from the mud, claimed her as his woman, and she goes to get pregnant by some other guy. Then she's sucking other guys' toes, and she's going behind his back and doing different things. Ayesha Curry, she wants to get eye fucked by other dudes. She's saying this in public on a platform in front of Steph Curry's mom. What man signs up for a headache like that, right? And that's a headache. And that's the curse of being with women, right? They're never happy. They're always complaining. They're always fighting against instead of embracing what they already got and being happy with it, it seems like they always want more. And then, to the detriment of whatever relationship or marriage they in, they seem to want to tear everything apart. One thing about women, they know how to get a man. They know how to get a husband. They know how to keep a husband. They don't do everything. Women know everything when it comes to what a man needs and how to cater to him and everything. But the cursed part about it, they don't want to do it. They just can't find it in themselves to be, stable in loving the person that they picked, the person that they are, committed to. And it just seems like men and women in relationship form can't get along long term. The disparity of men and women getting along in relationships is very, very slim now. Right? A lot of women are just unbearable. You got the Chrisean Rocks of the world, the Ayesha Currys of the world. You got all the Jada Pickett's of the world. Then you got the Megan Thee Stallions of the world, the Sexy Reds of the world. Then you got, which way you want to go? We go with the corporate woman who's sleeping her way to the top and she has a husband. Or she's having sex with the coach and she got a husband. It ain't just the celebrity women. The curse of having a woman is she's most likely been compromised by feminism. That's the curse. The blessing is they're beautiful, they're smart, intelligent. We like to show them off to our homeboys. We like to spend time with them. Men, we like to spend money on them. We like to take them places with us. To show our appreciation of them. And the curse of it is they'll throw it all away. They would throw it all away because they're not happy. You're not doing it like they want you to do it. Or they think they could do better. Or they think other people got it better. And this is where the blessing and the curse come in. Right? Best to have a beautiful woman. Best to share life with a beautiful woman in it for that time. But the curse comes in, it only is a short time, not a long time. It's a very unethical type of situation, right? Where morals and principle just go out the window. And that largely, a lot of this is due to feminism. I don't need a man. So that makes it where if she don't need a man, but she'll use a man. That I don't need a man, I'll use a man mentality is, in my opinion, the key breaking point to genuality, to actual relationships being on power, right? To make it for long term. Because if you don't need a man, but you'll use a man, then you're superficial. Your whole foundation is built on being superficial. So therefore, the moment you're not happy or the moment that your feelings change, you check out. And it doesn't even have to be validated. I don't need a man, but I'll use a man mentality is the 2026 woman. That's the way she thinks. She'll yell out in a minute, I don't need a man, but I'll sure use him. Pay my bills, do this, do that, do this, do all the things. And this is what's creating a great divide amongst families and relationships. It's the leading force behind why, the divorce rate is very high. So in 2026, the blessing to have a woman is, in my opinion, short-term gratification. Show her off, and then enjoy it while it lasts, because it seems like long-term commitment is becoming less and less value, has less value. It's becoming more and more toxic. Women are becoming more and more selfish, more and more self-centered. And now we have a divorce epidemic. We got, a strong divide amongst men and women on how we to effectively communicate, how to be around each other and not be at each other's throat. We're trying to, I guess, figure that out. But the truth of the matter is, people just don't care. That's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter, people just don't care. Everybody wants everything, right? It seems like they want everything, but they don't want to put the work in. All the beautiful things that we do together as couples, all the things that we're supposed to do to grow together, and we can't seem to get along. We can't seem to put it together. It just seems like the relationship is one big curse. But what can we do to turn this around? Is basically change how we deal with each other. I think that's happening anyway, but it's just going to have to be a place of understanding for the men's part that we just don't get along long term. So I got a video that's going to break this down, and it's going to give us just an assessment on why is it such a problem to have a relationship in 2026? Why is it so difficult to maintain a balanced relationship in 2026? Why is it so difficult to escape toxicity? Right? Why is it so difficult to maintain stability? And these are the questions we have to ask. We have to ask these questions. These are the questions that need to be answered. If two people who are coming together to try and build something can't even get it off the ground, it's problematic. And women like Chrisean Rock, Ayesha Curry, they had it all, and they threw it all away. Or at least Ayesha Curry tried to throw it away. She just lucky that she got her husband is just really, really dead set on, keeping the family together. Because those are the things Ayesha Curry says is very, in my opinion, respectful. The things Chrisean did with Blueface was disrespectful at the highest level. But we can't seem, to look at these people and say, you know what can we learn from this? It seems like are promoting this. More people are championing this. This is the culture. This is the way of the future. Just accept it and keep it pushing. And all these things that are coming about us as, people trying to get along, it just seems to be impossible.
Into your 30s or 40s, because then you'll be too old. And in your anything wrong, a lot of women get married and pregnant in their early 20s before they actually know themselves and before they know what they actually want to do with their lives. A lot of it is because of the societal pressures that's placed on women. You can't wait until your 30s or 40s because then you'll be too old. And in your 20s, you shouldn't be worried about a career or your education or starting a business, because then you might run the risk of losing an opportunity to be somebody's wife and have somebody's baby. And that's the stupidest shit that was taught to us. Focusing on yourself, let alone building a career while you're taking care of kids and uplifting your husband, is extremely difficult and sometimes unsatisfying. And as a woman, you are not allowed to say that without facing a whole bunch of shame. But I don't give a shit about shame. If you let what society says run your life, it will run you into the ground. Women are not allowed to talk about the realities of being a wife and a mother, especially a mother. When I made a video talking about what motherhood really was, so many people, especially women, were mad at my comments. Well, I don't feel that way. My children gave me purpose. Without them, I wouldn't even have a reason to be here. Well, that's your purpose. One person's purpose might be another person's personal hell, Rebecca. Thank you for sharing. Ayesha Curry is the result of a woman that followed the natural progression of things. Have a baby immediately. And that's why people were so mad at her when she said women should cover up. Women should cover up, like we were all taught. And then she said, well, maybe a bikini isn't so bad. And maybe it's fun to have a fat ass. Might be. You won't know unless you try it, Ayesha.
and this is the curse. This is the curse. Women want to be free, or feel free, to exploit their over-sexualizing themselves, objectify themselves. Right? And this is, in this order, it creates a very large ego. Because once one is able to sexualize themselves and get attention and get a lot of things like gifts for this just being a bad bitch or being, that bitch, is very, very gratifying, very inspirational, very egotistically satisfying, right? And then you start to think that, oh, shit, I don't really need to be a certain way when I could just be myself, be who I really want to be. And I don't know by no explanation, because when I'm being what I want to be, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid money. I'm getting paid attention. I'm getting paid dick. I'm having it my way, like Burger King. Yeah. Why be in this marriage when I could be out here, you know, being the person I really want to be? I like when niggas checking me. I like when niggas cash apping me. I like when niggas tell me, hey, bad bitch. I like the attention that I'm getting. I love it. And I don't have to explain to my man why I want to dress like this. I don't have to explain to my husband why I want to be on a girl's trip, or why I want to get lashes, et cetera, et cetera. Women feel they're living in their truth. Women don't feel like they're being inspired. They can be more than just a wife. They can be more than just a mother. By being what? Able to exploit their sexuality. Women want to, capitalize on their gifts of getting attention and getting money, all those things. Makes them feel good. Feels good in their mind that I could do this. Now, does it totally satisfy them in the end? No. But no one man can do this. No one man can meet or match what she can do for herself or what she thinks she can do for herself. He can give her all the money in the world. He can give her the lifestyle. He can give her everything. And she still thinks she can grow more, do more, be more, need more. She can never satisfy that appetite.
Women are mad at Ayesha because she's living their dream life. You found a rich man that takes care of you and you don't have to do anything but sit on your ass all day. You should just be happy. But she didn't say that she wasn't happy. She's expressing the differences between reality and expectations. Everybody wants a rich man. Diddy's rich. You want to go over there? You want to play in baby oil basements? And are mad at her because Ayesha breaks the illusion of women will just be happy and satisfied with me if I have money. They'll just be happy to be in my presence. But that's not true. These same men finally get money, but then they're confused when they don't feel loved by the women that they chose. And you can't tell them the reality of the situation, which is that woman doesn't really love you. She's with you for your money. Like you might have been chasing a fantasy built off your expectations, so you chose a baddie and ended up a saddy daddy. You ended up a saddy daddy. More and more women are coming out and being honest about their experiences. I'm happy being a wife and a mother, but this is harder than I expected. I thought I would be more satisfied. I thought this would give me a purpose. But then I found out that I still have to find myself, still have to get to know myself and give myself purpose. So if you want to wipe 10 asses or shake ass in 10 different cities, both are equally acceptable, and women are allowed to choose whatever path they want to choose at whatever age and stage of life they're in.
And that's the women empowerment. They feel they want to be free. They want to go out and have sex with 1,000 dudes. They're good with that. They feel like if they want to go out and jump over life's hurdles by over sexualize themselves or over being a career or chasing whatever dream, traveling, they feel like men are like weights, right? Like men are holding them back. Because if a rich man, let's say, marries her, he's going to put weights on her. She feels he's going to put weights on her. He don't want her to be home with the kids, right? They don't want you to be out with the girl. They don't want you doing girls' trips, right? He's going to have certain boundaries in place so that you can cultivate a home and raise children, and you guys can, live the American dream. But women aren't seeing it that way. They're not seeing that way no more. They're seeing they're more than just mothers. They're more than just wives. They're Superwoman. They're Wonder Woman. And they're leaving the nest now. They're saying, you know what? We're going to take our wings and fly. So, yeah, the blessing is, you get your beautiful woman. She can have your kids, and y'all can share moments and go through life with each other. But just know the curse is she might want to leave the nest. There's a 95% chance your woman's going to leave you in 2026. 95% chance. And I'm being generous. I would think it's more. I think like 98 that she's going to leave you. Or that you guys are going to be, she's going to grow apart from you. Because in 2026, the evolution of I could do more without being with you, or you holding me back, is the self-serving ideology is self-serving. Women are being self-serving. They're not serving the man, not serving the children, serving themselves. And that's the way they want to live. And that's how they're going to live. This is the age of I don't need a man, but I will use a man. And I think it's always been that way. I just think it's more expressed vocally now. It's more upfront now, right? It ain't really a lot of traps and pitfalls too much anymore. Now it's just right in your face. Right in your face. Women are not going to spend 10 years with you anymore figuring out, are you going to get them a Birkin bag? Women aren't spending, months and years with you figuring out whether you're going to make them go elevate them. They want it now. It's my money and I want it now. And this is where the communication is lacking, because the men are still stuck in a traditional, old-fashioned way of doing things. They are stuck in that because they're trying to, the woman that they pick, they're trying to possess that woman. They're trying to make that woman theirs. They're trying to make this woman their woman. So the best way to have that, I guess, dynamic will be the more traditional way of living. That's the only way a man can actually try to possess a woman. And that would be more traditional setting. Stay home, take care of the kids. We get weekends, we go out with family, we do things. To men, that is the more, I would say, effective way of having a family. But once again, the women aren't seeing it the same. They're not seeing it the same. That's why they're so easy to leave, easy to break up, easy to divorce. Women will leave you at the drop of a dime if she does not think that she's happy, regardless of the repercussions or the consequences. She don't care. She'll deal with it when it comes. Because women feel they need to be free. And with this freedom that they feel they have no problem with exercising it. They have no problem with executing it. Because it makes them feel in control of their life. It makes them feel in control of their happiness and who they are as a person. So therefore, they don't need a man. They will only use a man. And that is the way they believe that they can best serve themselves. That's why the growing, easy, You can hear it clearly across the earth. I don't need a man, but I will use a man. And this is what the future is, right? Women don't need men, but they will use a man in a minute. Oh, you gonna pay my bills? That's why women are starting to say and come up front is, what do you really do for me? What can you do for me now? They want to know now. They don't want to wait 5 years, 3 years, a year, even 6 months to figure out whether you're going to be the one that's going to do and serve them like they want to be served. They're coming at these men at all angles. Hey, you going to pay my bills or what? Ain't no more, well, let's date. Let's get to know each other. Or no, are you going to pay? And they'll tell you, if you're not going to do it, don't even talk to them. They don't even want to talk to you if you're not going to come and submit it to whatever it is to make her happy. This is what women are preaching. This is what they're pushing. Fuck a coffee date. Matter of fact, they're talking about getting rid of coffee dates. If you want some pussy, you need to pay for a trip. They're ready to go to Miami, Chicago, wherever. Put a trip together. They said they're getting bored of eating and they're full and tired. They want to go. They're ready to go trips to deal with them. Women are up in the ante. Every fucking month, they're up in the ante. And this is where the divide and disconnect is coming, because men, once again, for them to want a relationship to their benefit, if they're going to pay this type of money, they want it traditional. They want it a traditional way. Women have said, no, you're going to take care of my bills, and I'm still going on girls' trips. I'm going to still do what I want to do. Matter of fact, send me the money. Sometimes I'm going to need you to send me the money. I don't need you to, every time you see me, if I ask for money, well, we need to pick you up and we need to go out and do this and do that and do that. No, sometimes I just want you to send me the money so I can go out with my girls and do my thing. And this is the modern woman. This is the modern times that we're coming into. This is the I don't need a man, but I will use a man philosophy. This is the philosophy. I mean, it's always been that way, but this is now in bright lights. This is the way it is. They don't want to go through any games of struggle love. If you get to talking broke energy to them, you will be blind to them. You will be dead to them. They no longer want the good old days. Oh, let's go eat ice cream. Let's have a good time and just talk. They don't want that anymore. Because why? Because they know their worth, right? Women's worth in their mind is whatever I can get on the market and what I've gotten offered already. So if a guy has offered them $1,000 to go on a coffee date, that's where their worth starts at and up. So if you come and talk about, hey, let's go on a coffee date, and you ain't willing to spend the amount that they feel that they're worth, they're not going. They're not going. Now, there are some ways you can get in and still get a relationship. Working, co-workers, proximity, networking. You can still going to have some access. But here's where the problems come in the long-term situation. These women are leaving too. And it ain't just black women. It's all races of women. From Tom Brady, right, to Jeff Bezos, it don't matter. women are not discriminating on the way they think they should get in this life and what they think they deserve and what they're entitled to. So the moment you think that you have a happy home and everything's good, believe me, it's not. It's not.
Immediately. And that's why people were so mad at her when she said women should cover up. Women should cover up, like we were all taught. And then she said, well, maybe a bikini isn't so bad. And maybe it's fun to have a fat ass. Might be. You won't know unless you try it, Ayesha. Women are mad at Ayesha because she's living their dream life. You found a rich man that takes care of you and you don't have to do anything but sit on your ass all day. You should just be happy. But she didn't say that she wasn't happy. She's expressing the differences between reality and expectations. Everybody wants a rich man. Diddy's rich. You want to go over there? You want to play in baby oil basements? And are mad at her because Ayesha breaks the illusion of women will just be happy and satisfied with me if I have money. They'll just be happy to be in my presence. But that's not true. These same men finally get money, but then they're confused when they don't feel loved by the women that they chose. And you can't tell them the reality of the situation, which is that woman doesn't really love you.
And that's where the delusion is real. Men are delusional in that part, right? They think that these women really have the ability to love. And that, and it's just a bad thing. But they get it. Like, the men eventually get it. They're coming around because the women are just they're pushing forward. They're not going backwards. Yeah, they try to fight this entourage woman of self-love. It's not going to happen. That woman's going to use you. She's going to use you. It's just the name of the game. Ain't no way around it. You're going to get a woman that's going to use you. There ain't no way around it. You can try to beat the curb, you will lose because there's too many women seeing too many other women do this and win. Thank you for coming to the show. I'm signing off.